Today I'm going to talk to you, well, why did you move overseas? This is a question you really, truly, deeply have to ask yourself. If you want to move overseas, ask yourself, why do you want to move overseas? Because it's not going to be something for everyone. Some people go overseas, they love it, it's the time of their life. Other people go overseas and they said they got to get out of Dodge. I mean, they can't stand it there. They might, but you know, people that can't stand it one place and they move to another place and they can't stand it there, they basically probably wouldn't even like it anywhere they go to. But what I'm saying is, the best advice I ever give anybody is go there first, spend 2-3 weeks there, and see how you like it. And when you leave, how do you feel when you leave? If you feel nice, say, hey, I can stay there, it's probably somewhere you can stay. But then you got to look at it. Are you going to be able to go to the food, get food easily? Are you going to be able to, how would I say, get around like a bus system or taxi or bicycle, motorcycle? How are you going to travel? So once you get all that stuff down, then ask yourself, is this move what I really want? When you leave, you can say yes, no. Then you can actually got to get a feel of how people treat you. Now, when you're a tourist and you're spending money, people are always going to be nice to you. But when you move there and you don't have a lot of money or you don't want to spend money like a tourist, those people that were really nice to you may never speak to you again. Yes. I was going over to the Philippines a lot, and I was hanging around these bars, having a good old time with all these people. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, I wouldn't mind moving here. So I moved there. I didn't go to the bars very much. I didn't go hang out eating at these fancy restaurants like I do every time, because I'm not spending $1,000 a week. And when I stopped doing that, nobody talked to me. When I said, hey, you guys need a job? No job available. Next thing you know, somebody flies in, they're working. And the difference was, before, they were making a lot of money on me. Now, not making any money on me. I'm no longer their friend. And so, you got to figure out this is what's going to happen to you if you move overseas. So ask yourself, do you really want to move overseas? If you do, make sure you got enough money, you know who your friends are, you know when to leave. It's no time. It's time to go home. You got to do all this. So it's not going to be an easy thing. So make sure you know and you can answer those questions. So do you really want to move overseas? And ask yourself, why do you want to move overseas? A lot of guys want to move overseas because, hey, they can get a girlfriend very easily, and they can kick that girlfriend out very easily, and they can find a new girlfriend very easily. Now, I mean, I know some women might be watching this, but I know a lot of guys that do that. I remember in a bar one time, I think I may have mentioned this before, another video. I was in a bar with some friends, and this guy said, hey, look at my tattoo, and he had a picture of a girl's face on his arm, and he goes, that guy's a sucker. This guy next to him goes, he's a sucker. I said, why? He goes, that's his ex-girlfriend. I said, oh, wow, he put her face. He goes, yeah, he put her face on there. He moved to the Philippines. He got himself an apartment with this woman, and every day she asked, do you love me? And he said it was getting on his nerves, so finally one day he said, no, I don't love you. And she said she just went berserk. She just took a pipe or stick. So she just started smashing everything. So you're going to have to ask yourself, do you really want to move overseas, and why are you moving overseas? Are you unhappy where you're at? Seriously, you got to ask yourself a lot of questions. Is it the thing that you really want to do? And when you move overseas, you may not have the money coming in that you have coming in your home country. You might be miserable. But if you're miserable there and you're happy overseas and you want to move overseas, maybe you need to find a job in your home country where you're only working 6 months out of the year, and then you can fly overseas for 6 months out of the year. You'll be miserable 6 months, but you'll be happy 6 months. But you know that when you get burnt out of the other place and you can't stay there, you can come right back. So you need to find a job that do that, and that would actually become something much better for you. So I would advise you to sit down, Think about it long and hard. Why do you want to move overseas? Because if you can't answer that question, you shouldn't be moving overseas. Some people make irrational decisions, and when they come back, they make it's called Pattaya leap in Thailand, where doesn't matter, people have done it at the airport, they've done it in Bangkok, they've done it in Pattaya, they've done it in Phuket. They go up to like the 8th floor of their hotel, the apartment building, the condo, and they just jump out and kill themselves. So they would rather be dead than go back. They have nothing to go back to because they didn't save money. They didn't say, this is when I need to go back. This is how much money I'm going to have when I go back. And they don't have a plan. Don't be that way. Just go back. Find a way you can fly back for. I'd like to open a food truck up. If I can make $600 a day and just work the weekends, make $1,200 on the weekends, and then Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, and then that's it for me, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Make $600, $1,200 a week, and I can take 1 week off every 3 months, every 4 months, every 2 weeks off, and I'm fine. I think I'd do that, and I think I might do that. So we'll see what happens here in the future. All right, that's going to do it for me here. Okay, thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.